get that dishwasher? Yeah, it's pretty loud.
I'd like to start by thanking everyone for coming along today to celebrate the marriage of Mark and Tanya.
Yay!
I'm sure you'll all join me in agreeing how fantastic Tanya looks and her bridesmaid Rochelle.
Thank you.
However,
oh, sorry, that's my answer.
However, I only wish I could say the same about Mark. Mark is proudly wearing his job interview suit, which explains the worn-in look. I also note it looks suspiciously like the same suit that he wore to my wedding 5 years ago.
Definitely.
I first met Mark when I was 10, when our primary schools met for their annual football match on King Sutton Rec, where Mark never tires in telling me about how they destroyed us 10 years. We then both joined the same secondary school and found we shared the same interests and still do to this day. All of you here today will know Mark through one of his favourite pastimes of drinking, smoking, sport or music. Some of you may even complete the full set, but I'm sure you have all joined Mark in sharing his #1 pastime, drinking. Mark's stag do location came as no surprise to me whatsoever, being the European capital of binge drinking. I remember sitting in McDonald's at 4 AM when Mark suddenly appeared, having got a taxi back from the hotel with no idea where he was. The taxi ride of 250 yards must have been the shortest journey ever for the driver, and probably the most profitable too. When he eventually staggered his way in, I remember thinking the last time I saw him that drunk was at university in our first year during Freshers' Week, when he was sick in someone else's wardrobe.
Oh, mate.
This brings me neatly on to Mark's education and perhaps the reason we are here today in Switzerland. I think it's fair to say that if Mark hadn't inherited his mother's kindness, intelligence and fluent use of the German language, life could have been very different.
Probably.
This gave Mark a head start at our secondary school, which chose to teach German rather than French. And boy did he need it. Never has one man used his single skill and lucky break in life to its maximum effect as Mark.
That's quite true,
O-levels, A-levels, his degree have all had a very strong Teutonic flavour. Despite studying business German to degree level, Mark still remains good at German. Another lucky break for Mark was being accepted into Preston Polytechnic in 1990, only for it to be renamed 2 years later the University of Central Lancashire. Mark says there are two things he loves about his job: Saturdays and Sundays. But not before the customary tradition of Friday night beers, a tradition he adheres to even throughout bouts of unemployment. The most shocked I've ever been in my life was when Mark announced he was running a marathon. A feat he has now repeated several times, along with triathlons, as their way, I'm sure, of increasing his thirst. Mark's greatest gift to me was probably introducing me to smoking aged 14. Where we spent the next 2 years smoking on the school bus, taking it in turns to buy 10 Benson and Hedges and a box of matches. His mother, Ingrid, supplemented this at weekends by having a handy stash of Dunhill in the kitchen.
Oh.
Very bad that was.
Mark has always been a music fan. In his teenage years, Mark developed an unhealthy interest and passion in one band in particular, claiming to own every single release on 7 and 12-inch vinyl and album of Duran Duran.
Hey!
War boys! War boys!
Nice, that's what I was freaking out.
Fortunately, this early start down the wrong road has since been corrected and translated into a sound appreciation of music and going to gigs down the years. Mark loves playing the guitar at home and watching Livy dance around, soon to be joined by another junior music fan very soon. All I can recommend, Mark, is to enjoy this while it lasts, as they will soon grow up and realise what the rest of us know. Stick to buying records, not making them. I was going to mention Mark's passion for cars, but as he has never really owned a decent one,
That's an insult.
it's tricky.
Vote for estates.
Most of them have been knackered out, rusty floors. A theme which continues today.